Hello, Half Full Monty here with my next exciting video. So, as you all know, I've kind of got into the hatchet, axe throwing, refurbishing, old tool thing. So, when we first got into it, we got some of these right here, Tomahawks. It's a set of 3. And it's the Wincing, W-I-C-I-N-G, with a little Viking with 2 tomahawks and a little horned helmet from Amazon. I think it was in the $30, I think it was under $40 for 3. And I you look at the way this thing is made. Anyway, it's I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of leaning one way. But it's okay for what it is, what we paid for. Throwing outside in the backyard is fine. But also notice that this is the way they came. See how the handle is just barely sticking out? There's 3 of them. 2 of them I haven't broken the handles on yet. But the way it works is this is supposed to be bigger. You slide it on, and you tap it, and it wedges in here. And then as you throw it, it loosens or whatever, and it'll come loose off of the shaft here. And the third, one of the 3, it was even worse than this. It was almost inside the axe head here. Inside the eye, and anyway, it worked its way off. So I got a replacement handle. Couldn't find any from this company, because you can imagine how weird shape the inside of this is. But anyway, I got one. I try to make it work, and it worked for a while. It came with a wedge, and I tried to wedge it like you would a normal axe or hatchet, and seeing how there's nothing here to hold it, it's tapered down, it just pushed it down, it slid down. So so I went back to, anyway, it eventually came off the end and wouldn't go on anymore. So I got another handle, and it worked pretty good for a while, but I throw it basically a stump tied to a tree, so you can actually stick it in there and it tilt like this, and this part be stuck in the target, and this part hit the stump, and it snap-o right here, broke the handle. So then I got online, and I thought I found another handle for it, and I thought, well, I'll make it work, because you're not going to get the right, if you try to order the dimensions here, it doesn't, because there's no real dimensions in there. You can get close and whittle it down and everything, but anyway, it turned out it was a cold steel, what was it called? Professional throwing axe handle. And I didn't realize cold steel, they make professional throwing, they make 2 or 3 throwing hatchets. And this one here, the way it works is the handle is specific to that. They make it where the handles are real easy to replace. There's a couple of bolts and a pin, and the handle is made with cutouts for those. And it's kind of flat, like a a wattle axe handle, the throwing league handles where they can flick it. But anyway, so I don't have anything it works on. So if you know where they're selling just the heads, maybe be interested in buying one and trying one of those. It's kind of a strange concept. Sounds like it'd work really good if they could keep the handles coming. But anyway, so I digress here. But anyway, so that's the story on these. So I couldn't find a handle. So what I did was I was going to make one, and I had some dowel rod that I was going to carve down to fit that oval pattern. I think it's like a 3/4 by an inch or somewhere around in there. But anyway, I was going to do that, and then I found that I had this old axe handle that I'd taken out of an old axe that I refurbished and put a new handle in. And I said, well, I think I'll try to do that. And then also, because one side of this, the top side is bigger than the bottom side. Normally, axe handles are the other way around. You drive them on, you shape them, you drive them in, and then you put a wedge in it, and this end is bigger than this end, so it holds it in place, okay? So I thought, well, you know what I'll do is I'll just turn that baby upside down and mount it on a regular axe handle. And so, don't judge me on this, but this is what I ended up coming up with right here. Okay. This handle was about yay wide right here. And of course it was bigger through here too. So I shaped it. Now this thing's still wonky. It's wonky. There's no part of this is level or anything, or but anyway, I got it in there. I had a little part of a wedge left over from a previous. That's one of those Purple Heart wedges, and I hammered that dude in there and sanded it down. Put some linseed oil on the handle where it still has grip, but it's still smooth. Put a new edge on the handle. You can see it's kind of sticking up a little bit, but I think that might actually even help me with sticking it. I've recently had to flip my target over because one side's wallowed out, and so the other side is really hard. It's pine, and when I first got the target, the side that's wore out was really hard to stick it. You had to stick it in the very point of these things. If you hit it head on, it'd just bounce out. And so it's kind of trying to do that still on the other side. And I think it'll get better as I use it. But anyway, that, I know, it looks funky, doesn't it? It's my funky Tomahawk. But it is, you can see how it's kind of crooked, all set here. But you know, I cleaned up the head on it because you see how this is before and after. All the welding and stuff, I filed that down smooth. And anyway, what have I got to lose? My time, I guess. But it was kind of a learning process on every time you can put one, make a handle go into a head and everything. It's like a new world every time you do it. So there it is. So the next thing that comes up is, will it stick? Okay, here we go. We will see if it will stick. Strike two. There we go, strike three. Okay, finally got that figured out. And it is 1.75 pounds. So it's about 1.5 pounds. Let's go back to this one, see if I can get it on here without. All right. Okay. That's what I thought. I must have been on there crooked. It's 1.83 ounces. So it is a little bit lighter than the original. And it's an inch longer. So that's the tail of the tape. So anyway, that's what I did. I know it looks funky, but they're kind of a primitive head on it, and the handle's just a police. In the Winston Company, I haven't looked too much on what that is. I heard that Winston, it's like means Viking in wherever it comes from. I'm sure it's India, China, someplace like that. But anyway, there you go. Story of the make do handle. Have full money out. Oh, thanks for all the subscribers. I've hit, drum roll, 201. Thank every one of you guys, and all the comments I've been getting. Thank you for those. I've learned something from you guys, and keep it up. Share, like, give me a thumbs up. You know, all I need is about another 1,000 more, and I might get monetized. But anyway, that's why I'm doing it for the funsies. So anyway, have full money out.